Your Fluent in 5 number today is 16.2, so we've got a decimal today. Exactly the same steps in Fluent in 5, do them in whatever order you please. Just remember the rules when you are multiplying and dividing a decimal number by 10, 100 and 1,000. So pause the video, give yourself some time to complete all the different areas and then play the video once you've finished. Today's learning, we are going to be looking at all the skills we've learned this week, and we are going to be answering some SAT style questions. Now, with SAT style questions, we know they are wordy. So when you are doing the questions, look at the keywords in the questions. Sometimes they put in extra information that is not relevant to the actual answer. So just make sure you're reading the questions carefully. Again, I can't stress enough, use a number line as it will help you. Okay, and it will stop you from making any silly mistakes because it can help you with the jumps, for example. So I'm just going to go through a couple of questions from your learning that will be set on Purple Mash today, just to go through what you will be expected to do. So question 1, the graph shows the outside temperatures from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on a day in winter. So you're going to be working with a graph, and this time it's a line graph. As you can see on the axes, it goes from 4 to 0 into the minuses. So that's the temperature, and then we've got the time. Okay, the question is, at what time was the temperature at -2 degrees? So you have to look, -2 degrees is here. So with your pencil, with a ruler, and with your finger, if you're obviously doing it on the screen, my line won't be exactly straight, but you need to go across from -2 until you hit the line. And then once you've hit the line, go up, and then you need to identify what that time is. So we've got 8 p.m, 9 p.m, so we know this one is 8:30. So you have to have an accurate guess at what this time could be. So where my line is, and because of the thickness of the pen that I'm using, that looks like it's about 8:45. Okay, so you would, if it said what was the temperature at -4 degrees, you would obviously do the same until your line hits the line, which shows the temperatures, and that will help you identify the time. Same style of question with the graph, but this time the question is, how many degrees did the temperature drop from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m? So you have to look at what was the temperature at 5 p.m. So find 5 p.m. on the graph and go up until you hit the line and across. So we know the temperature at 5 p.m. was 2 degrees Celsius. And the temperature at 7 p.m. So find 7 p.m. So this time it's into the minuses. Find 7 p.m. and go down. We know that if you were to go right along is -1 degrees Celsius. So how many degrees did the temperature drop from those two times? This is where your number line will come in handy. So it was 2 degrees, and then it dropped to -1 degrees. How many degrees was that? So it's dropped 1, 2, 3 degrees. Okay, that is where your number line may help you. Another style of question you might get is to read different scales. So we know temperatures can be shown on a thermometer that are different styles. So it's just about being able to read the scale. So the question is, and the key word in this one is difference. What is the difference between the two temperatures? So you've got to identify what the temperature is on this scale. So it goes up in tens, 0, 10, 20. Therefore, this middle line we know is the middle number, which in this instance is 5. So we know each individual line is going up in 1. So 10, 11, 12, 13. So that one is 13. This one is already pointing on the -5. So like I said, sorry, this one was 13 degrees. This one is -5 degrees. So the question is, what is the difference between the 2 degrees? If we look back on our number line, you could use your number line and you could underline 13, underline -5, which would be at this end of a number line, and then count the jumps to see what the difference is between the two temperatures. When you answer the question, if it asks you what the difference is, you should never put a minus sign in front of your answer. It should just be the digit with the degrees Celsius as your answer. So you're going to be completing a range of SAT style questions similar to these ones today. submit your answers back on Purple Mash, and then I will mark them and give you some feedback. Like I said, please use the number line because it will really help you.